Romy Mac.
Yeah, yo, what up, what up? This is Romy Mac, another episode of The Locker Room, right before Super Bowl Sunday, so you know what we came to talk about initially, and we'll get into some other things, but yeah, I got to reunite, you know, two of my homies, man, that I hadn't spoken in a long time, you know, Karoon Bay, aka Deacon Balls, and of course Woody, you know, newcomer podcaster, to the show and shit. So you know, we'll get it going, fellas. What up? Ain't shit. You know, ain't nothing, man. We were sitting here talking. So Sunday, Atlanta, Mercedes Benz, what was it, stadium, arena, whatever the shit's called. We got the big dance at come 6:30. And you Woody being a diehard Rams fan, man, how you feeling coming into Atlanta, trying to take down Big Big Thomas Edward Patrick Brady?
Motherfucker watching that theater too much.
Yeah.
I feel more confident against the Patriots than I did against the Saints. Like, man, if you watching any sports news, the Rams might as well just hand them the motherfucking trophy. Like, you can't say a word about anybody on their team, and then everybody like, well, you should have said that. That's bullet material. That's bullet sport material. Like, dude, there's a competition. Motherfuckers say whatever they want to say, and nothing they were saying is disrespectful. Motherfucking Mikhail Roby told them Tom Brady lost a step. He ain't the same, and he can't be beat. Which everything is fucking true. He lost last year. The motherfucker, and then Stephen A. like, he only played 6 games. He needs to shut his mouth up. Like, well, yeah, he a nickel quarterback. That's not considered a starting position. And he also played for Buffalo for 3 years before he came to the Rams. So he's seen Brady twice a year for the last 3 years, and then he see. So yeah, he can say whatever the fuck he want to say. That shit just, this shit pissing me off. But I think, honestly, if you look at like the Patriots Kansas City game, the way the Patriots dominated Kansas City so early in that game, they still needed overtime to win that game. And if D4 didn't line up all sides, it'd easily be the Chiefs. So they not as dominant as all the news media want to make them to be.
Honestly, I was about to get into my point right before we started recording. But for me, I learned I don't bet against Tommy. And I went against my theory the last Patriots game for a conspiracy theory with the Chiefs and the thing, because I thought that they might have want to get you guys together because of that Monday night game to run up ratings, but I was found not to be true on that. So I am expecting the Patriots to come away with it, but I mean, at the same time, we want to see something. We do want to see something different. We want to see Goliath, knocked down by that slingshot. The Rams being David, and see if they can knock down the Giants, known as Belichick and Brady, just so how they've been running the Super Bowl for like the last 10, 15 years, man. Just they've been very dominant with that. So I mean, I'm sure a lot of the critics are against the Rams on it, and again, rightfully so. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's one game. That's the thing. Everybody can. I mean, the Rams can have a great game. The Pats can have a bad one. Pats can have a great game, and the Rams can have a bad one. And, it's one game. You just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, look what we saw. With the Broncos and the Seahawks, everybody was well anticipated to see that high-powered Denver offense go against that number one defense in the Legion of Boom, and from the jump, it was all Seattle. So I mean, I'm hoping they get a competitive. I want it to be a competitive game. Like, I mean, last year was cool. I like the way last year flowed. Philadelphia kept hanging with New England. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. And I don't see New England losing 2 years straight. But stranger things have happened. I mean, they could pull a Buffalo, lose 4 straight, Tom wants to play till he's 45. His contract is up in about a year.
Yeah, I think so. I know his name was Kraft was talking about giving him an extension.
So I mean, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens, man. But I mean, what do you say about to the doubters, bro? I know you got some shit to say. I know them Saints fans still salty, so you know they riding for for New England.
Are they? Man, did you see Cam Jordan on the little Super Bowl live show?
No.
That nigga so, man, he's so fucking salty. Like, I get it. It's a blown call.
Yeah.
That potentially took points off the board. But my thing about it was multiple blown calls. Like, you had, and everybody want to keep talking about the magnitude. It don't matter. If a blown call potentially costs you points, it don't matter when in that game did it count. Because with the face mask at the end of the game on golf would have put the Rams first and second, first and goal at the 2-yard line or the 1-yard line with another 4 downs to punch the ball in. So the Rams could have even ate more time off the clock and still kick the field goal, which would have meant the Saints would have had to even go with a more sense of urgency to try to score, or they could have got a touchdown, which would have changed the whole game plan. So say everything would have played out right, and the Rams pushed the ball in the end zone. Now it's 24-20. The Saints would have slow played. They would have had to try to speed up and get a touchdown. And then if they got the pass interference and they would have called it, they still would have had the score. So they can't sit here and bitch when they benefit from it and then get mad when they don't get the call and stuff like that. But I mean, it was a blatant blown call, and thank God we got one for a chance. But it's funny if you talking about conspiracy theories. Like,
yeah,
you would think it's more of a theory that they actually wanted the Rams and the Patriots. You got to think it's 17 years since then. It's been 17 years. It's a 17-year age difference. It's and those Rams get the Patriots, and you had the Patriots. You had the young upstart quarterback with a coach, who was known but who was becoming real popular. Now you got McVay and Goff doing the same thing. So
we'll see. I mean,
like the spur of the moment, yes, the Rams chief. But if you think about all the storylines they can talk about and pull and twist and turn, it'll look like they wanted those to win there. And I guess with all the controversial calls, you believe they set that up. But
I want it to. I want it to happen. I want a good game, man. I hope it goes down to the last play. That would be great. We've been fortunate.
Man, I hope they beat their ass by 17. 17.
The Rams gonna win, conspiracy theory says.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff. Tell her, break it down. Break that shit down like you told me, man.
You see, the NFL gotta pay for the expensive ass stadium, so they're gonna let the Rams win this one. Tom Brady gonna lose, extend, people gonna doubt him, come back and win the next year. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then he retires.
I wouldn't be mad at none of that besides them winning next year. Man, it's our time now. They fucked up our dynasty last 17 years ago. They fucked up the potential the Rams down. That's what I was talking about that on the last podcast. Like, man, that loss destroyed the Rams because all of a sudden our front office just got rid of Kurt Warner. They let go of these players. They hired this person, hired that person, and just like panicked when they didn't need to. It was a fucking good game. They underestimated the Patriots and they lost. And that's what they should have took it as. They then went back next year ready to play again. We go see. Watch. I predicted a double-digit win against the Saints. And man, all my years to watch football, I have never seen a stadium, the crowd control, the crowd just makes so much of an impact on the field like they will. I have never seen that before. And, with me being with Rams fan, and with the Rams, when they was in St. Louis, they played Kansas City every year for the Governor's Cup, and that's what we allowed the stadium, outdoor stadium, and then, playing Seattle twice a year or at least once a year up there. With they stadium crazy, but I have never seen that before. Like, building falling apart. Motherfuckers can't hear. I swear the the lineman could have been called false start every time we're trying to reach down there and ask him what the call was. It was crazy. And then the Saints blew all that momentum. Wasted their fans. They fans should be pissed off at them, not the ref.
Well, I mean, the NFL is so funny with the NFL. Like right after the last AFC championship week, basically they spend 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to talk. Cause, most of the time it's like we spend a week talking about the next game coming up that Sunday. But for this, you got one game to talk about. It's 2 weeks, and it's the same shit in different variations every day being spoken on the likes of ESPN, on the or Undisputed. Is like they come to the point where they compare Tom Brady's legacy to LeBron James and Tom Brady's legacy to Michael Jordan, or will the Rams strong enough? Will they be able to beat the Patriots without a healthy Todd Gurley? Is Aaron Donald the best player in the NFL? Or is Tom Brady the best player in the NFL? Who really is MVP? Like it's like really just reaching to find every aspect to get us through the week. You know what I'm saying? Through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's like knowing there's going to be a fight Sunday. We just keep like 2 weeks from now. We just keep talking about I don't know. Is Dow strong enough? Is Dow strong enough for the fight? You know what I'm saying? Is Dow gonna wear the right shoes? Is Dow gonna wear the same shoes he wore last time he fought? It's like random shit.
Like Ram candles right now in his house, man. Praying to the Ram God.
It's fucking OP. Man, this has been the slowest week ever. This shit been taking so long to get to. But yeah, man, you right, man. That shit's been repetitive. And, dude, Todd Gurley told you right then and there after the game, I sucked. What the fucking star player says that? I sucked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even deserve to be out there. Damn, he just ran for so many yards the week prior. And he didn't even get hit. He just made a couple. You could tell he was in mental. He made a couple mental mistakes.
Yeah.
Because when he scored that touchdown, he pretty much went to that line, broke a couple tackles, went unblocked. He wasn't hurt. He said he had a bad game. So take the man at his word and move on to something else. But that repetitive shit just get like, dude, I like Undisputed so much, but
I
realize for real, every episode of Undisputed, you're going to have two LeBron James stories, Tom Brady stories,
bruh, let me tell you,
Dallas Cowboy story.
You know it. It's the same formula, and same for what? First Take. You know what I'm saying? Like I laugh more when I listen to Undisputed. I don't watch it because I listen to all podcasts. But like when I listen to Undisputed, and if you're faithful like fan like me every day, I know I hear the same stuff. Like don't do that, Skip. Don't do that, Skip. It's like the same things that are said. But like, hold on. Let me ask you something real quick. Let me ask you something real quick, Skip. He'll say that. He probably says, "Let me ask you something real quick," at least 5 times. In the same sentence, Skip says, what is this thing about the courage of your convictions is his lines. Again, Shannon goes back to something his granddaddy told him or his grandmother said, or it's funny. Undisputed is hilarious, yo. Undisputed is like, that shit is funny.
Am I talking, Skip?
Am I talking, Skip? Skip has it out.
I'm talking, and then this nigga talks through Skip.
Yeah. Yep. Why are you talking, Skip? It's not your turn. That's clearly rhetorical. It was a rhetorical question, Skip.
Just go ahead. Just go. I'm done talking.
Yeah. He'd be like, he's like, my granddaddy always say, don't light a candle with your feet. Like, nigga, what? What you talking about?
Yeah, that shit be funny. I'm up there more watching, but then I just sit there and I just like, damn. Every show I get to hear, all they do is reword the same LeBron James question, the same.
You know who loves?
Question, and then I got to hear about the Dallas Cowboys.
Yo,
nothing else that's going on.
You know who loves to say LeBron's name, and you can just tell by the way he talks. Fucking Chris Bouchard. That motherfucker says LeBron with so much emotion. LeBron, I like dog, like for real. But what happened, man? So Let me get out. Let me get away from sports news real quick. Talk about this Tekashi 6ix9ine. I don't know if you guys saw, but this motherfucker snitching, yo.
Those like snitching on what? Like,
He's going down, right? They got him in, they got him locked up. You know, a little colorful ass rapper or whatever. But he had a incident where they tried to get him on this Chief Keef shooting. I guess he tried to shoot Chief Keef or attempted to shoot him or something like that, and they got him. They saying he's telling on 3 associates that has something to do with the Chief Keef shooting. So,
of course he is, man. He ain't built for that.
He folding, boy. But again, street code is street code though. Regardless if he ain't built for it.
Well, he can't do that.
So what are you gonna do about it? So with music, nope.
He can't be on the streets in New York because there's still Trey members out there.
Yeah.
And he can't go to jail. So he got to
be
only option is to go to the police and change his name and everything else.
Yeah, he gonna be in protective custody, man. He gonna be in protective custody.
That's his only option.
Yeah, he'll never live the same again. They gonna find out where all his family live. He got family in Mexico. They'll find that out.
Yeah, I just knew he was in jail, but I wasn't falling. Like I said, I don't be following all that stuff no more. That shit just, man, it's too much fucking drama.
Yeah.
Hell, snitching.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, you knew what you was getting into when you did it.
That snitching shit getting out of control. Like, everything somebody says snitching. Like, look, man, if me and you do something, I get caught and tell on you, that's snitching. But if I'm outside and I see you kill somebody or I see you rob somebody and I tell, that ain't snitching. That's me doing my civic duty to protect my neighborhood, protect where my kids go be at.
Yeah.
But no, that's snitching. You ain't have nothing business to say nothing about that. Yeah, I do. My kids play out here. I walk these streets. That could be the motherfucker that robbed your mama. Like, that shit getting out of control.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, it's just everybody don't come from that. Everybody don't come from that street shit. So it's hard for them to roughly, to understand that. I myself, who don't come from the street shit, but watch a lot of things with street code, understand like the way that it's just a way of life, the way you look at shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you made the conscious choice that this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to be street, as they say, then you got to live by these rules. And from what I understand is if we're going down and one of us gets pinched, that's it. No one says anything, But again, like you said, everybody ain't built for that shit.
Yeah, and I'm somebody that grew up in that. I grew up in that shit. Like, because I don't know, like, until I came to the military house, until I came to the military, every house I stayed in was a dope house. I was born in the dope house. Like, fuck it, I was only in the military because the judge gave me an opportunity. Jail or the military? I took the military. Write my name down. Like, fuck that. Like, I was in that street shit all my life or whatever. And but I wasn't so brainwashed that I didn't realize it's a way up out of that shit. This motherfucker's like, I can't never leave this shit. This shit me or whatever. Like, nah, it ain't. You niggas leave the hood. Niggas forget where they come from. No, we didn't forget. I remember.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean, it's just people, Again, people are they see things one way, They see things one way, so it's going to look like that. It's going to look like, what I'm saying, you sold out or whatever because you want to live a better life for you, for your kids. I mean, it's really what we all want. Shit, what's all we all should want anyway. We want our babies to grow up better than we did, but still have the awareness and say those things that we've obtained from living in certain situations.
Yeah, it's so bad. I went, during my military career, I really got to go back home this way just because with the job I had, I was always deployed and shit. I ended up having 9 fucking deployments on y'all ass.
Yeah, you had 9. And shit, well, how many, Jeff? Jeff, how many you had? Shit,
I don't even remember, man.
And I remember one time he came back. You came back for like 2 weeks, and you was gone in 2 weeks.
Nigga, I still stayed deployed when I was in Japan. I was gone all the time.
Yeah, I know you came back that one time, and then we put the rims on the Mazda 6.
I think at Yokota, I probably had like 5 or 6, and in Japan, I don't know why it seemed like I deployed so much in Japan. But because people kept backing out of deployment. Like, I don't know what it is. When you live in an area like Japan, people, they want to stay and, you know, see stuff and hang out and chill. No one wants to deploy when you go to, like, Japan and shit. Nobody.
Oh, I know. When I had a 2-year assignment over in Okinawa, and I only spent about 5 to 6 months on the island.
Yo, that's kind of how it is.
And when I got there, it was November, December, Christmas time. I mean, the November, Christmas, January time. So 3 months of that was me trying to in process because every fucking thing closed. So during the rest of the time, I spent 2 months on station. We was gone.
When I got to
fucking time.
I'll tell you this is some fucked up shit. When I got to Yakoda, right? I was there 2 months. I think 2 months, and then I deployed. I had enough time to in process and get my stuff straight, and then before I knew it, I was out the door for deployment. I had 2 months there, and then I deployed as soon as I got there.
That's what sucked about, you know, I used to always tease y'all about them, but those support jobs, because y'all motherfuckers can go deploy and do everything. They go do your job. They can see y'all go do PCN. They go see you do all that stuff. Well, shit, they spend so much money training us that, man, ain't no way they finna take me from being able to fly behind enemy lines to go watch motherfucking Iraqis or Afghanis build houses and shit.
But it wasn't even that. I was doing my job. What it was, my office, like it always is when you're in the office, a lot of them be women and they don't want to deploy.
Yeah.
So they either get knocked up or they just like have a bunch of fucking excuses and then you gotta take their spot.
We had a girl got knocked up right before deployment, but she got out of it. Then on the next time, whenever her name came up, she got knocked up again. Then we had some girl that said she had carpal tunnel, and I mean she had the mitts on and everything, and she'd be walking around with her hands all crimped up crazy. And we had some girl that said she strained her neck. She couldn't wear her doctor order said she couldn't put on the gas mask. So since she couldn't put the gas mask on, obviously she couldn't shoot the gun and qualify. Man, it was crazy. Now, but I got a boy that was just every fucking time somebody dropped out, he was hit. Like, he came back.
I'm over here laughing at you, man. He's laughing at the story. He just rolling off this shit. But, like, you know what's me and this one dude, what was his nigga name, man? Well, he was at, damn, what's that shitty ass base in Texas called? It's a Lackland. No, it ain't Lackland. It's the other one. It's like Abilene. It's Abilene somewhere. Dyer. He's at Dyer. His name was Book Dyer. Yo, so every time a female didn't go, it was me and Booker. Shouts out to Booker. Me and him was always on every fucking deployment together. Because we deployed so much. Like, we already knew somebody backed out. It was like, all right, I guess Scream gonna be here because I'm here. We deployed the whole time that way. Shit was crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man, it's
But what I was saying was because of that, I didn't get to go home too much. But, you know, now that I was out in the military, you know, I took a little trip back to the St. Louis, and like the gang shit and all that shit was so crazy. A motherfucker, the shit they are fighting over now. A motherfucker a 13-year-old killed a 14-year-old because they got to an argument over what phone is better, the Android or the iPhone. And then so my brother say, oh yeah, that's the iPhone gang. Like, yeah, did he tell me all this stuff or whatever? Then some kid got jumped on because he didn't have on Jordans, or it's also the sweatpants and like. That's what y'all like fighting over for, man. Like this street shit so fucking crazy now. Like, man, it's shit wild.
Well, so we're gonna rap about. We're gonna talk about Lakers. I guess LeBron played last night against the Clippers. Yeah. You think?
I was watching the Golden State game. So,
what?
You know,
yeah, you saw. Well, I mean, you saw what the Knicks did, right? Yeah, Dallas, man. I don't think I understand what they did. Porzingis, I like Dallas. They're about to roll. They are about to be a force, man. Again, that was a good move on them. They picked up. Not only they get Porzingis, they got Tim Hardaway Jr. They got Courtney Lee. Courtney Lee was actually doing well for Boston before they traded him. That was the one that was that was kind of like replacing Ray Allen. He was getting Ray Allen minutes, and that's when Ray came to Miami. But nothing really happened to Courtney with that. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Maybe in a better, different climate, you play a little bit differently. You try to use up some of that exposure.
Dallas also, they also kind of, I saw it as both teams looking for the future because Dallas also got rid of DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan ain't another man, but ain't nobody, he up there in the top every year in rebounds, getting the ball back, offensive, defensive rebounds, and they got rid of him. And if I'm not mistaken, Porzingis done for the year. So you just got rid of, your 20 rebound man and you got to play like, no, or whatever.
Porzingis got good ass defense too. The fact is,
like next year, yeah, but I'm talking about for this year.
They're not looking forward to this year. But when you look at it, to compete out west, you gotta have shooters.
Well, you need shooters. You need somebody to handle the damn ball, man. To be honest, that's going to get you the entire way. Like shooting will get you into the playoffs, but defense is going. You're going to face a lot of defense come playoff time, and you're going to need somebody who can facilitate and get to the open man at the first given instant. That is why Houston keeps coming up short. Last year, what was it? Chris Paul was injured, right? Wasn't that the reason why why the Rockets went down in game 7? Well, I mean, even still.
They lost because they tried to get in a fucking shootout with Golden State.
Yeah.
It's not what happened.
And how you guys feel about James Harden anyway? I mean, he's been scoring he's had 14, 15, 16 straight games of 30 plus points. I mean,
I think it's 40 points. Was it 40-point game or 30 points?
He averaged 46.1 points for the month of January.
Yeah, so I mean that ain't too bad, man. I mean his shots are on. I wouldn't challenge him to horse. That's for damn sure.
Man. So when he doing the shooting like he been doing, man, the dude unstoppable. But man, every time he drives to the hole, it's an offensive foul. Like that dude's crazy, man. But yeah, that's nice and everything. All those points and shit. All he gonna do is fucking. He better get that stamina up. But the problem is, man, one game that nigga had 58 points. 0 point came off an assist. So he doing it all by himself, man. We got all by yourself. He doing it all by himself. Everybody else off the game.
Is Chris Paul overrated?
He gonna be burned the fuck out.
Is Chris Paul overrated?
You said Chris Paul overrated?
Yeah, is he overrated as a point guard? Would you?
North Carolina, right? He from North Carolina?
Yeah.
Then he not overrated. Wait.
This biased ass nigga right here, dog.
That was my boy, Wake Forest. Man, that's when they had Wake Forest.
I remember Chris Paul when he played for Wake Forest. Chris Paul, man, that Paul could choke off a bag of dicks when he played for Wake Forest. Fuck that nigga.
Because he went to Wake Forest. Now that was my dude. I don't think he was overrated. I just think, man, he injury prone. He be having MVP type seasons and then get injured.
If they would have let him go to the Lakers, would have had a ring.
Yeah, that's since the beginning, man. He just injury prone or whatever. But speaking on that trade, I mean, dude, I like for the most part kind of what the Knicks did. Man, it probably could have been the way they could have kept Porzingis, but he was just wrong. He didn't want to be there no more. Well, move on. And what you do is you pretty much just kill the rest of your year, so you go up your draft pick potential.
They probably would have already got a number 1 pick. They could have probably got Zion and Porzingis. Then they had to get all that shit away. They had enough cap space.
So they could get, but now they could get 2 max. I don't think it would Porzingis.
No one wants to go to New York. No one wants to go to New York. That's the whole point.
Shit. I mean, well, probably not now, but that's Kyrie wanted to go. Like when he first was trying to get out there, when he first was traded, his 2 teams he named was Brooklyn and the Knicks.
And then I don't know where to go now. You gotta look at it.
I don't know where they keep talking about this, but they talking about Durant. That's the rumors thing that Durant will play out there.
The Knicks? He will not go to the Knicks. You gotta be fucking kidding me. He ain't going to no damn Knicks.
Yeah, well, they will. That's why they did the trade. They did the trade so they can open up the market to get him. So they can get Durant. To bring him to New York. So Kevin Durant, DeAndre Jordan. Who else came with DeAndre Jordan? Dennis Smith Jr.
Dennis Smith.
Yeah, Dennis Smith Jr.
Okay? The East is wide open right now. If any team that you would want to go to, it'll be a team with another, big superstar. Not you gotta wait and see if a big superstar is gonna go. That's what kind of fucked up some other teams. The Knicks back in the day, they had that fucking, oh, we gonna get these people. They ain't gonna get nobody, bro. That's the whole point. If you want to go somewhere, somebody like the Bucks clear a cap space, you want to go to the Bucks. You got another banging superstar there you can fuck with. But nobody want to go to the Knicks.
Man, when these niggas getting up in age, man, they ain't trying to go to none of these towns. They be want to go to these big popular ass. They don't be want to go to play for Milwaukee, man, and stuff like this.
If they want to make it to the playoffs
like this,
they will. That's what it's about.
But if you know, I totally fucking agree. I 100% agree. Like, you was tripping. But like this, now you can get two massive guys. If they don't give Clay a max, I don't know if he wanted max because he did say he was willing to take less to stay there. But you know, motherfuckers just be saying shit. But now there's rumors that Clay potentially could play for the Lakers. You know, that's where his dad played at and stuff like that. So you talking about if they lose Clay, it's a chance that Durant can leave, and I don't think Durant will go with the Lakers and stuff like that. So I think Durant will go to any team that doesn't have LeBron on it because he want to prove that you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get your rings with me. You have to get your rings through me.
If the Warriors lose, if they lose Clay, I want y'all to go pick up the Claw, yo.
He's going. Yo, they are the Lakers. The Lakers are opening. They're pulling for Clay, Kyrie, and Kawhi Leonard. Those are the three targets. No, I mean they're aiming for one of them. So they're hoping to pull the likes of an Anthony Davis. They got until February 7th to make a deal. New Orleans is not answering any phone calls. They're being very spiteful about this shit. They have no intentions on trading him to diffuse some of the from the fans. The other night, not last night, but the night before, they took Anthony Davis off the intro because they didn't want to stir up the fans because he openly requested a trade. Now, it's very funny that, Shaq, but so I forgot who was talking about it, but it's very funny that the teams can ship players whenever they want to and no problem, but if a player wants to take matters into his own hands, then it's an issue. Like if they wanted to trade off and be like, yo, I'm going to...
He didn't say that. Like, if I go to another team, I'm only going to sign for a year so I can go to the Lakers.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to say shit like that. You're not supposed to say, "I'm going to the Lakers." That's being very. I mean, that's this new age mindset because the players have the opportunity to take their careers into their own hands versus the players before them, like the likes of a Charles Barkley who did not. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a different ball game. They have more power. They have more leverage. So I get it. Charles Barkley can offer their criticism and all that, but they didn't play in the same game. I don't think they would want to be on a team with Magic, Larry, Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, or anything like that. But if you can better your situation where you are, I'm sure that you would. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can better your chances of getting a ring going to a team, I bet you would do so. Because right now, I mean, when you think Lakers, you think of LeBron. You don't think of Kuzma. You don't think of Ball. You don't think of who else is on the damn roster. You don't think of any of them. Lance Stevenson, you're not thinking about them. It's LeBron's out there, and he don't have any help. That is the story. And I think LeBron, that's what I'm saying. And I think LeBron likes that shit. And I honestly think LeBron likes that shit. Like the Cleveland thing.
Man, they were saying that shit in Miami. One of the niggas.
Yeah, because Dwayne Wade had got hurt. Chris Bosh was Chris Bosh was I think he might have been dealing with injury or something like that.
Scapegoat.
Yeah, he took all the blunt. He was every time something was wrong. Yeah, exactly. And I think Chris Bosh, had he stayed in Toronto, I think he would have been a force. Yeah, I think he would have been. I mean, it's easy to say it now. It's like butterfly effect. But I mean, let's just say Wade didn't recruit LeBron. LeBron stayed.
You go to if you go into the East, you should go to Toronto. Tell them motherfuckers to make some moves. Get down there. If they gotta, man, You're in the East right now. You know Toronto gonna make it out of the East. You know that shit. Boston's not gonna make it out. They barely can fucking coexist on the same team without them fussing. Oh, we're gonna get the ball. Kyrie don't want to be there. You know them motherfuckers ain't gonna make it out the East. Let's go ahead and say it like that. It's gonna be Toronto.
Me too, man. I would go. Me personally, honestly, man, look, if I was KD, and you know the shit started to break up and go to state, I would go to the Knicks. Look at this. He already, he a one-time MVP, two-time MVP finals. He about to get his three-peat on this year. So his, you know what I'm saying, he already up in all the top scoring stuff or whatever. He's still only 28 years old still.
But he gotta cross that on that floor and see the nigga that shot his lights out when he make it to the finals. Every time. You got to see Curry face and hate this light-skinned motherfucker. Shoot his damn
the point is, if he goes to, what I'm saying is, so his legacy is set. He already a Hall of Famer, everything. Dude, if he goes to the Knicks and they get another one, and he takes that team from the bottom to just make to the playoffs, winning the thing, do you know, man, his man gonna be up there and talk with the greatest again, with the greatest and stuff.
He's one of the greatest scorers.
LeBron Jordan conversation.
Yeah.
Like he has the rings and he turned this motherfucking franchise that ain't won in the fucking 30 fucking years or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds.
Got to the playoffs, got him in
It sounds good, Woody, but let's be, you know, the Knicks haven't the Knicks haven't had any playing. They haven't made playoffs since what, the year Carmelo was there, right? I think like either the first year or second year Carmelo was there, and they made it to the second round, and they got bumped out. And then he's still trying to find a home too. Carmelo's still trying to find a home. He's trying to make his way to LA.
Yeah.
Nah, Carmelo, go to Golden State and join
No. They coming. You gonna have you about to be a graveyard. Y'all Lakers about to be the Raiders. They're about to be the NBA graveyard.
I want to see you motherfuckers stacked to the fullest.
You're about to have LeBron about to have Lance Stevenson. Everybody he's affiliated with on his team. He's gonna have Anthony Davis on the team. He gonna get John B this summer during the free agency. Klay Thompson, bring his ass over there. And then what else? Who else out there? So Anthony Davis. So LeBron, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, and even let Mr. Boston bring his ass down there. So Kyrie, LeBron, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis.
Everybody that play with LeBron, they get worse. Watch this shit. Watch Anthony Davis start fucking scoring fucking 10 points and fucking getting about 8 rebounds. Watch him turn into a bust.
I don't know. So
you see what happened? You see what happened to my boy that went over there? I told his ass to go to the Lakers. What's that motherfucker name? Kevin Love. We should have went to the Lakers, but nope. He won't play with LeBron. See what his ass doing now. Said what?
He became the new Chris Bosh. Every reason they didn't win was because of Kevin Love. All the blame.
Yep. And then Chris Bosh made a statement. He made a statement in the article when Kevin Love first got to Cleveland. It's like it's hard playing in the shadow of LeBron James.
And that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, of course.
Apart, man.
Yep. Like there's nobody. It's not gonna be anybody. There's nobody bigger. There's nobody in a bigger position. Nobody's been better than LeBron. Like LeBron, even at this point in his career, he's still the best player in the league.
But if you go to the Warriors, man, you get to play the team ball and get the rings. Go get the rings, baby.
But you might be called a you might be called a bitch. You might be called.
God damn, they look deadly as fuck.
You might be called a bitch though. They might call you a bitch.
Man, I'll be a bitch with that ring and that trophy. That's all that matters.
I wouldn't care because if nobody else had done it, then that'd be one thing. And to me, ain't no difference. You getting 2 All-Stars, joining the team, and then getting a 4th All-Star, which is a Hall of Famer, and making a super team, ain't no difference than going to the team. You can call them super team or what? They lost to LeBron, so they won. You know what I'm saying? They won that. They still was good, but they wasn't.
They should have won that. They should have won that game too.
Yeah, they should have won that.
They should have won that. When you got to think, like, the Warriors were built up from nothing, man. Those motherfuckers were built from nothing.
I don't care what anybody says, Joe. Like The only thing they can talk about Golden State is again the Kevin Durant thing. Like that's just his move going from, and that's only because he lost to that team prior. 3-3 being up 3-1, and then joining them.
I watched that game last night when they scored 57 points on him. Was it 57 him and Clay and that shit was horrible. You could see it in their face. Damn. And it all started with fucking Westbrook fucking up, bro. They were up. It all started. Westbrook was just like throwing up shit shots, and they just started torching their ass. I was like, damn, man. I watched that shit last night. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, man.
And I think that, like, for real, I think honestly, Kevin Durant was the only person that could have joined that team that fit in that way. You know what I'm saying? If you name another top player, I don't think it would have turned out. Yeah, they still probably would have won, but it wouldn't have turned out. That chemistry wouldn't have turned out that way. Like, the way they all feed off each other. Like, and that just perfected KD game or whatever. Like,
man, it's Curry, man. It's Magic Curry. That Curry. The Curry and the Kerr. Steve Kerr coaching the fuck out them boys, man.
And I always give props to Steve Kerr because to this day he still gives, and I know it don't mean shit, but he still keeps giving credit to Mark Jackson because Mark Jackson was who started building that thing. You always say, Mark Jackson saw the players, he got the employees.
That's the home right now.
Yeah.
He's still a fucking. No, he's a fucking commentator.
Yeah, he coming. He back to saying,
Mama,
there goes that man.
ASAP.
Yeah, he's back to saying, "Mama, there goes that man." But I mean, like, yeah, Golden State's ground up, man. I don't want to hear anybody talking about, Golden State like bought championships or anything like that. Everybody that they have, all their all stars, were who they drafted. Period.
Yep.
Clay.
Yeah, Draymond was like what number 50 something?
Yeah, Clay,
like
Dre, Steph. Clay, Dre, Steph was the nucleus of that team. I mean, they had Harrison Barnes and what was the other cat that they traded the white boy. What's the big ass white boy? Yeah, Bogut, right?
You said who?
Andrew Bogut, right? Wasn't he the center?
Andrew Bogut, I think. Shit, I can't remember who it was now. Fuck, I just watched it last night.
He was drafted by the Bucks. But
Yeah, you're right. They had a center. Who was the center that they had?
I know Kevin Lee was on their team at one point too.
Who Lee? David Lee.
David Lee.
Where the fuck is he? Yo, where?
They were talking about a wrestler. They had David Lee. They had Jermaine O'Neal. They had Harrison Barnes, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and it was somebody else. Like, they had a bunch of supporting people, basically, and them motherfuckers was like torching motherfuckers in 2016. It's like they had a bunch of fucking supporting people. Bro.
Yeah, they got the people who play, man. They got the perfect role players that know their roles. Livingston, Iggy, all them. But Kevin Lee. You got me saying it. David Lee. David Lee.
Kevin Lee, the man.
Damn. Yo, Woody, man. Woody, we was talking about.
Oh, you say you ain't been watching it like you say you haven't watched it, but you focus more on Japan. Man, you see the pop Becky Lynch got these days?
And Becky Lynch the new Stone Cold, man. She the female fucking version of Stone Cold.
Bad, man.
That's the crazy shit. There's a female Stone Cold running around.
Yo.
Becky fucking Lynch.
You saw who back in the WWE now because they trying to buy out TNA.
They trying to buy fucking TNA. WWE. That's why Jeff Jarrett's there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to work a deal. JEJARR, and then they got that little feud going.
Vince McMahon hates him, and before he left the company, he blackmailed Vince McMahon to give him. Like they said the deal was Mentor was like he got part of like their company, so when they made money, Jeff Jarrett was making money. That's how he fucked up with Vince McMahon that bad. He got stocks in him. That's why Vince hates his ass. It ain't just like the title shit; it's that shit too.
Yeah. I mean, it's like right now is the perfect time for AEW to blossom. And I'll tell you why. It's like 94 with all this court shit was going on, like with the steroids. Vince don't really, he's got money galore. It's more money than what he did back in 94 with all the online streaming shit and the merchandise stuff. But you're in a position where if I'm AEW, I can recruit because now WWE is saying that they're willing to pay double what they're being paid to wrestlers that decide to stay. Well, why didn't you pay me double before? You know what I'm saying? So like now I'm AEW. I'm like, yo, you can come here. You can get treated a little bit better or whatever. Whatever WWE is not doing, they can do it. You know what I'm saying?
They have a wrestlers union. That's what they're trying to make.
Yeah.
Like WWE don't have a wrestlers union, and the AEW is. Like they're pretty much letting the wrestlers write their own story. They don't really have writers. They say they're not gonna have writers. You make your own story. That's why they have that Bandy Elite show and shit that comes on YouTube. That way they can make their stories through that, which is a smart ass idea.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I want to see it come into action, man. I want to see competition. I want to see competition. Let me see. Yeah, I want to see competition for the WWE so that they can do better. Really, WWE works better under pressure.
They already lost Chris Jericho, so fuck that. Chris Jericho at AEW in New Japan, they already lost him, and they about to lose a bunch of their backstage people. They lost Billy Gunn. Road Dogg was backstage. He went over to AEW. I mean, I feel bad for Triple H. That's all I do, because he's doing a good ass job with what he got at NXT. But it's all the problems come from Vince, man.
Yeah. Truly do, man.
Like when he was young, he saw his dad was like, you know, the company was like being messed up by his dad. He let his kids take, you know, he took the company over from his dad.
Yeah.
He wanted the same for his kids or his son-in-law, which seems crazy. He's gonna ruin his company that way.
Yeah, it's gonna be something, man. We're gonna see what happens with this AEW, this AEW arrival when it does happen. They got JR, from what I understand, is going to be their announcer. I was listening to. I watched a little bit of the Royal Rumble when I was at work this weekend. One of my coworkers, who is an ex wrestler announcer, he had it on, so we were watching over there, and I didn't realize that the King was on the he was doing the announcement. Like King's getting up there. Obviously, we had the stroke live on air. So I mean, things are changing. We're getting older, man. A lot of the guys that we watched growing up, man, we're losing them left and right. Mean Gene, I was watching a video yesterday of Hogan in the locker room, and everybody in that video besides Hogan is dead now. Like when Hogan first won the title for like in '84, that's basically like how Hulkamania started. Like him, Ivan Putski, Mean Gene Okerlund, Andre the Giant. And then the Rock's dad came in later on. He's still alive. But like for everybody that was in that room, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are dead. Like they're not living no more, man. Like that's it. And that's life, man. Life is funny that way. Anyway, fellas, man, we're about to close this thing out. But I want to leave the table open for anything you want to throw at. Any last words you got going into Sunday, Woody, about the Rams?
Yeah, Rams Nation stand up. It's gonna be on.
How you feel about them Saints fans that we call our friends, man, our brothers?
Man, they know it's all love. But fuck him too. Quit the goddamn group and shit.
Say it, bruh. Say it, bruh.
Fuck that, bruh.
Yeah, I'm telling you, them motherfucker, that nigga Todd Gurley ain't even that good though, bruh. He ain't that fucking good.
That nigga so pissed with his Anthony Davis shit. But no, man, like shit happens.
Yeah.
So like I say, when we got that blown call early in the season with the fourth down, where
they want to change the rules.
That the ball went over. They didn't say shit or whatever.
They want to change the rules. They want to change the rule, like allowing to like challenge a call, like a penalty call, and that's going to slow down the game. It was a blown call. The shit happens, and like that's going to be Pandora's box. It's going to be Pandora's box. It's going to be Pandora's box if they do that, because you challenge everything. You felt like it was a pass interference then, and you didn't have it. Fine, I'll throw the flag, and then you got to look again. That's going to change. That's going to slow down It's gonna slow down the game, and no, I don't think that'll. I don't think it should go through. I
I
wouldn't.
don't think it fly. But however, the way one person put it was, you still only get the same two. You still only get the same two challenges. Now, it's whether you want to challenge a catch or you want to challenge a penalty. So I mean, once you challenge and you missed it, I mean, and it's blown, or you get, you know what I'm saying, you use your challenges and you can't challenge no more during the game. I wouldn't mind if that happened. You know what I mean? If that happened, but not where you can challenge everything, because shit, if I was a Rams coach, I would challenge holding every time Aaron Donald touched the ball, every time Aaron Donald on the field. You didn't call that holding. I need that to come back. You didn't call that, challenge that. I would do it every fucking play if you could do it that way. Because they hold him every play.
Yeah. But also, I would say for Jeff, man, anything you want to leave before we close out? I know you got to hit the gym later, so you won't be able to do 2 cents with us before I go to work. But yeah, what you want to lay on the people, bro?
Get that Resident Evil. I don't have it. It's been getting hella good rate. Fuck with that Resident Evil too. I will say there's no music out. Only trash ass shit came out this week, so.
Logan, nephew, want to say something before we go? Apparently.
Yeah, he's done for a while.
Yeah. Tell your pop you a LeBron fan.
No, the fuck he ain't.
He's a Tar. That's a Tar Heel right there, man. He ain't no fucking Blue Devil. That's a Tar Heel growing up.
It don't work here either.
Yeah, man. But anyway, man, from Woody to Deacon Balls and Romy Mac, it's the locker room. We out.
Romy.